Now,
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston. You normally don't see me on this channel, but I am William's friend who got him into this gig. If you crossed over from William's channel and you know me, then I would like to welcome you to this week's edition of the Raw Review for August the 24th, 2015. Now, this week on Raw, we saw John Cena, a 60-some-year-old man, in Jon Stewart. And at the very end of that, I have this question. How are kids supposed to stand up to a man who's bullying old people? Be a star, John. Don't AA old people. Don't beat up old people. But you know what? I've talked enough. William, you can get us right into this Raw review.
be a star Rapidu. So, knowing that last night was SummerSlam, we get into tonight, which is supposed to be the night after SummerSlam because SummerSlam is the WrestleMania of the summer. And there wasn't a lot of matches on here tonight. It was all promos. Granted, they were probably good ones, but I would have liked to see some stuff going down, some setup. Not like setup, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's a 3-week build to a Night of Champions show, which basically means, in a sense, Night of Champions kind of is filler. I mean, you asked me earlier, is Night of Champions like a bad pay-per-view? I mean, like, it's not set up to be, but it's simple. All the championships on the line, which is like kind of the story of almost every pay-per-view. You just have to find a challenger, and I guess everything's already set. It's going to be Big Show versus Ryback. It's going to be not Cena. After tonight, it may be a certain someone and Seth Rollins at a title match. It just makes me think why. But I guess they're trying to legitimize the title match again, or the title again, and Seth, and both of them. And shouts out to them for following up on the Ring of Honor story, especially with Seth dressing in white for the match, because Jay Lethal, when they did it with him versus Jay Briscoe, he dressed in all white.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that happened.
I was more paying attention to the actual like fighting.
Yeah.
But Seth like looked like a Power Ranger.
He was one sword away from being a White Ranger.
Yeah. And you know how last night I did the to holy shit, I can't do that tonight. These matches all were mediocre at best.
See, well, this is why I have to tell you this. That may only work for pay-per-views.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting into my own stuff right now. Trying for you guys. I love you guys. So, do you want to tackle promos last or matches last?
If you want to go from top to bottom or whatever, like whatever you want to do, dude. But like, if anybody here seen my channel, I know I have one subscriber who's here, Zargon. Seeing my channel, you know I go from top to bottom just to stay in order, just so we don't miss anything. But it's whatever you want to do, dude.
So there was this small little promo at the beginning that we don't really have to talk about all that much. It was just Triple H saying, "Yeah, you're not the future. You are the man."
Now, see, I missed the first 8 minutes of Raw because I had to get in the house because I was coming from your house from earlier. But yeah,
that was just nothing. Triple H was just like, "Well, goddamn, you did it. Congratulations." And then we get into, I think, what was a good way to start off. Rest in peace.
What, with the stupidest man on earth and the most powerful man on earth?
Yep. Brock and Paul Heyman came down.
And Paul Heyman does his usual mic magic. Oh, Lord, I just realized what that sounded like.
Is he going to be in Magic Mike 3?
No, he's not. He will not, and Paul Heyman is too good for that.
He's going to be the advocate for Channing Tatum.
I see where this is going.
Anyways, he was kind of like, well, I saw it, he saw it, you saw it, The Undertaker lost. But controversy.
And let me state this out again. Paul Heyman also did go on to mention in his promo that Undertaker just cannot survive against Brock Lesnar. And he also mentioned it to the fans because Paul Heyman, they basically, when WWE's in a pinch and they need to, like, you know, kind of break down the walls of kayfabe and address things in a sense, They have Paul Heyman do it because like they know that if Paul Heyman goes out there and addresses everything all at once, he can kind of sweep some things under the rug and kind of get everything out and address everything as the company wants it to be addressed. And Heyman writes his own stuff. He cuts his own promos. I was watching something with Heyman earlier today where he came out and said, "You know what? Everyone else's promos sound the same, and mine sound way different because I write my own stuff. I don't even write. I just come out and, as the old phrase goes, shoot from the hip." Paul Heyman is God with a stick in his hand.
So he just goes off the top of his head?
Yeah.
He uses his anger.
Dude, it's not even anger. It's just his brain. It's how he operates. He's been working in the wrestling business since he was 13 years old, or 10. He got into photography, but we're not here to talk about the whole Heyman legacy. My thing is here with Heyman, it's just, it naturally comes to him. There was a story once where he mentioned that he fell asleep, and then he heard somebody writing the show, and he said he heard a line that he didn't like, and he was somebody said, "Change that."
That's amazing.
It is. And then he woke up, and then they're like, "Do you realize you just told us to change something in your sleep?" It's like, "What was it?" They told him, "Yeah, I don't like that. Change it."
That's awesome. Sleepwalking, more like sleep writing.
It was just sleep talk. Like, for anybody who hasn't seen it, I'm just going to promote it now. Just go watch the Paul Heyman DVD. My name is Paul Heyman. You will not be disappointed.
I'm going to add that to my list of things to watch after this.
Yeah. Because that documentary, like, they had it on the website we use for stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's available anymore, but dude, if it is, I'm going back to watch it. Mm-hmm. But Heyman throughout this just talks about how angry Brock Lesnar is, and I like how he told Brock Lesnar not Brock Lesnar, he told Undertaker, GFY.
I didn't.
Anybody?
What is that?
You don't get it? Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. I figured that the F was probably fucked. I just didn't know the first and the okay.
It just go fuck yourself. I'm like, I took me something like, it clicked.
And at the end of this promo, he's kind of like, well, you see, the rule book, the record books are wrong, so we're going to write them again by having a match. Not Night of Champions. Oh, what the hell? Not Night of Champions, not Royal Rumble, Survivor Series.
Not Survivor Series.
Not WrestleMania, mm-hmm. Friday, Thursday, Saturday. He wants it tonight.
And then we get the dumbest man in the history of the planet. And I stress that emphatically. The dumbest man in the history of planet Earth. Bo Dallas. We have a friend named Malik who likes both of these two. And, these are his two favorites. And I always asked him, what happens if Brock Lesnar interacts with Bo Dallas? He's like, that'll be one humanity. That'll be one moment that humanity just loves forever. I don't think Bo's loving his hospital bed too much right now.
Bo came down and was like, I got good news and I've got bad news. Bad news, he passed out. But the good news, you woke up.
And you had a dream when you passed out. And that dream was that you actually beat The Undertaker. But then the good news of waking up actually turned out to be bad news, with you realizing that you lost. But you know what? You can come back from this, Brock.
All you gotta do is believe.
Suplex City, bitch.
Was it 5 or 6?
It was 5 and an F5. Oh wow, that was poetic.
5 times.
And it was only 4 until Heyman said, I'm not satisfied. Go back and do it one more time.
And then they started walking. I don't think I'm done yet. F5.
Okay, now I'm done.
You know what I have to say about that? Bo didn't believe hard enough.
He really didn't. And here's the thing too. Brock Lesnar, not Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman also did mention within his promo that, once again, The Undertaker, he's like, let's not hide away from it like WWE likes to do it, the company likes to do whenever one of these things happens. The Undertaker passed out walking backstage again.
And we talked about this earlier. We think it's time. You're done.
You're going into the Hall of Fame no matter what.
Retire. You don't need another match because one of these days
you're not getting back up.
You're gonna go for the choke slam and you're just gonna fall down to the ground 1, 2, 3, and no one's gonna realize for 5 minutes that you're not getting back up. you're dead.
Exactly. And another thing, I hate that you even drag this on, William, because I know you're probably going to move on from this, but
Yeah.
Heyman, like, you remember how I told you he just likes to shoot and just say whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
Like, remember how we had the old gunslinger line? It was like, you're like the old gunslinger who just likes to shoot, but no one can shoot better than Paul Heyman?
I think I wrote that down in my notes.
Dude, that was just...
Yeah,
oh, my God.
You're the ancient gunslinger who can shoot it out with anyone, but you can't shoot it out with Brock.
Oh, yeah, because, like, people argue, like, when Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker at WrestleMania, it was a shoot, basically meaning it wasn't supposed to happen, and Brock did it because Brock wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's time. You're done. Go crawl under a hole. Live your life with your kids and your wife.
And his farm.
Yeah, you don't want to die on stage. Just go.
He's going to.
Now, from depressing to...
hilarious.
Yes, the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day with the primetime players on commentary. I seen it coming, but I wasn't ready. I don't know how I let you do that.
Listen, everybody. The New Day is just the best thing about WWE. I'm not going to say professional wrestling because that'd be going a little overboard, but WWE today. Last night they mocked and parodized Jay-Z's and Beyonce song in New York.
And then
tonight, exactly, and they danced. Tonight, it was the New Day entrance, and then Xavier Woods with a trombone. No, trumpet, whatever it was. It was a trumpet.
It was a trombone.
It was a trumpet.
He had a tromboner.
Why? Why would you even?
I don't know. Like I said, these matches are pretty Lucha Dragons, back and forth.
William. You're forgetting something.
What am I forgetting?
What they did tonight when Xavier Woods came out with the trombone, trumpet, whatever it was.
I tried to keep that in my memory.
Okay, let me. So they come out with a trombone and trumpet, and then they start doing a parody to Frank Sinatra's. I guess the song is it's like Everything's Better in New York, and they just start singing like Everything's Better with a New Day. Oh. And they start dancing. It's just like, and for anybody who wants to know why I even know who Frank Sinatra is, that's what happens. You watch a lot of Family Guy, and then you were a New York Yankee fan, and see the Mets play that song too.
A really good singer, though.
I know. And if it wouldn't have been for me being cultural and looking up who that person was when I wanted to know what those certain songs were that I heard, then I wouldn't have known about it. But they did an homage to him. I guess it was an homage, but it was really like New Day trying to get heat, which they did. And you know in Brooklyn with the Smarky crowd, like the Smarky crowds, Brooklyn, Boston, Philly, New York, all those areas. Boston, yeah.
I don't want to. No, I'm not going to bring it up. Never mind it.
But
it's kayfabe stuff.
My thing is with all of that, and like with all those cities, you know, every one of those Smarky cities nowadays digs the New Day. So when people expect the New Day to get heat from stuff like that, the fans chanted that was awesome in New Day Rock. And it wasn't even New Day Rock. It was just New Day. They're just doing the whole New Day shtick. Like they and me, we're all totally into the New Day. So. If William wants to get through this match, just one last thing.
You see, let me just say this last thing before we actually get into the match. I think what they did yesterday was funnier than what they did today. Because they had the whole little harmonica thing, and I didn't know Kofi could sing like that. It sounded like an angel.
Dude, they did great tonight, too.
But it sounded... I don't know. I try to ignore what I saw tonight out of my memory because a trumpet or whatever, really?
I think my new intro might be the New Day singing. I don't even kid you about that.
Knowing you, it probably will be.
But this was a fun match all around. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
There was primetime players on commentary, and if Darren Young says, "Wow, the crowd," one more time, William take over.
Like I was trying to say, it was pretty standard match. Lucha Dragons in the beginning, and then you get to that one point where we start playing Ring Around the Rosie on the corner between Big E and Kofi, which leads to the New Day winning. But I think this, if I was going to do that thing, the ending would have been amazing. Remember, you know how I usually talk about how I'm big with the old, like, tag teams?
Mm-hmm.
My dreams came true. The Dudley Boys are back.
I don't see. And normally in these situations, I would come out and say after watching something like this, it tastes great to vape, doesn't it, William?
Yeah, it does.
I normally would like ask myself in this situation, okay, what's the end all be all of the feud that's going to happen between the New Day and I'm wondering if we'll see Spike Dudley back just to handle Xavier Woods or if we won't. But
What's he even doing now? Is he still on TNA?
Dude, he's been off TNA for years.
Is he just? Oh God! Oh God! No!
What?
I just got this picture of him coming back. You know how he was all skinny and scrawny and weak. I just saw him big and buff like Big E, and he's like this.
Dude, Kalisto's like that.
I just see. I don't know. That would hurt my perception of reality.
Just like I can't imagine. I figured they'd bring Spike back just to corral Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
But like I don't think they're going that far. I mean, like they didn't even want to sign Devon back if we remember the Royal Rumble correctly.
Yeah, but they've been like I was talking with someone. He said they've been wanting to come back for some time.
I know they have, and this is the Triple H thing on bringing them back because Triple H, like, he wanted them in NXT, but they wanted to come back to try and go at the tag team championships in the tag division and on the main roster. So I mean, like, I guess this works. But normally I ask myself this question: Is this just for the Is it just for the Dudleys to put over the New Day and let the New Day go over them to legitimize them as tag champions, or is this just for the Dudleys to come back, get their 25th tag team title reign, and get a huge huzzah at the very end of the day?
I don't know. All I heard was that they're back for now, I guess, until sometime when they're like, I don't think we should have came back this early.
See, I don't know if this is one of those things where it's like they overstay their welcome or they don't. I mean, it's just...
It could
and that explains to me why Bully Ray was GM of TNA for like 2 weeks, and then they got rid of him, and he didn't fight to get back into the company at all. He just, okay, I'm done. Let's go. Devon, let's go to WWE.
He was like, Devon, get out of here. I had a joke in my head, but it didn't play well. I'm so sorry.
Basically, when they come down, they throw Xavier Woods' trombone out the way. I'm sitting here having a conflict with myself. I'm like, the New Day's so great, but the Dudleys are back. Oh, screw it, New Day, you're getting beat up.
They beat them up. Give Xavier or Kofi?
Xavier had the trombone.
No, who do they give the 3D to?
Xavier.
Okay.
And they're like, give Xavier the 3D. And see, here's the thing. When he said, Devon, get the tables, Jesus, every person in the building, there was not a single soul that did not say, get the tables. They were over. Everyone loved it. The building was insane. Barclays was rocking wild, and the Dudleys came back and stood in grand style. And they did the headbutt and the was up and all that stuff.
I wonder how Heyman felt.
He was probably pretty excited to see them.
They were Heyman guys back in the
and
days.
They still most likely are. I mean, if they have problems with Paul Heyman, then they wouldn't sign him. They don't want backstage friction between anybody, really. So I'm pretty sure Heyman has no problems with them at all.
Mm-hmm. Next, after that great moment, we get Roman and Dean versus the Wyatts, a SummerSlam rematch. I had to go downstairs and do something, and I missed the ending, essentially. Well, not much of the ending, but missed some of the ending.
Okay, so basically, it was your basic Wyatts and Shield match. I even hate to put it there at this point. I mean, like, it was just like a raw version of it, like a little watered down. I mean, most of it was fighting outside the ring. Ambrose did his dives, Roman Reigns did his forearms, Roman Reigns gets his hot tag as per usual. And I'm thinking, okay, so they knew that everybody knew last night that
It
Ambrose
wasn't
returned.
over.
Well, I mean, like that everybody thought Ambrose returned, but is Ambrose turning tonight? Is that what I thought? And then when Roman's going for the spear,
I seen that when I came right back up.
when he's going for the spear, the lights come back on. My first thought when I see this guy, I'm like, wait, is that Bull Dempsey? Like, that's my first legitimate thought. Like, is that Bull Dempsey? Is it Corbin? Why would they bring one of them up? No! And then I see how tall the dude is. I'm like, oh.
This guy, I don't want to offend anybody, but he looked like Bray Wyatt's retarded uncle.
Yeah, that's surely not a way to offend somebody.
He, Dean and Roman just looked at him and kind of were like, is this gonna hurt him?
No, Dean looked at him like that when he kicked him in the head and expected something to come of that.
Put him in the sleeper hold and
put Roman to sleep, then he put him in a sleeper hold and put Dean to sleep.
So now it's 3-on-2. We need a third person.
Everybody!
God, please no.
That's what my friend said tonight when I was, when I was talking to him about this, and I'm trying to look for the link he sent me to this guy's Wikipedia. Oh, here it is, so I can get his current in-ring name. And by the way, this dude, that you know how they say everyone has to go through NXT before they can get to the main roster?
Yeah.
He skipped NXT.
I mean, so did the W, but...
No, they didn't have to go through NXT because they've already been established in the company.
I know his name. Hold on.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. They said it for a second, and I thought they said Beef Stroganoff.
What is wrong with you?
I was like, that can't be his name.
His name is Beef Stroganoff.
That's
exactly how Wyatt would have sounded saying that. His name, my child over there. Beef Stroganoff.
And then Luke's just like, I'm kind of hungry. So, I guess it's heating up for them, but it's still pretty much the Shield versus the Wyatts without Seth.
Yeah, I mean, really, Eric Rowan got replaced in this, so who really, who honestly is going to who's going to, have a fit about Eric Rowan? Let's get real right now.
Unless Rowan comes back and joins Dean and Roman.
Can we not, please? No. Okay. We don't need that.
Next is The Miz TV, and he just talked with Banks, I guess.
He didn't talk with him. He talked to PCB.
Yeah, but I was saying.
Or if you want to be a little kid about it, PBC Kids.
Wow. He talked with them, and this whole interview was just cheap shots. Cheap shots to The Miz.
I'm about to say, by who? The Miz or PCB? Because there were a lot thrown out on each side, especially Becky on Miz. I mean, Paige called Miz a pervert.
Yeah, he asked them a question, and she was like, well, you little pervert. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the Bellas came out and were like, you're not dominant because Donald Trump is racist. Wait, what?
Oh, no. What do you call it? I forgot who said it. What do you call it? I think Charlotte was like, I have as much, I can't remember what she said, but she ended up saying, she was like, you feel as genuine about this Divas Revolution as Donald Trump feels about Cinco de Mayo.
Or, his favorite holiday. And I was like, wait, you can't just say that you don't
Dude, look at scripts, and I guarantee you that was a Vince thing, because Vince likes to put Donald Trump intricacies in Raw from here and there, because him and Donald Trump are gold. Actually, the right term to use is they're frenemies.
Did we not talk about that?
What?
The Millionaires Challenge from like 2008.
It was 07 at WrestleMania 23. Like, we don't. No, we don't.
And they were like, no one has to prove anything because wins and losses don't count. And this is random and all, but in Ring of Honor, wins and losses do count. Just saying.
Oh, and wrestling in general, wins and losses do count. But the Bellas said that strictly because they lost. And I mean, like, I was wondering, like, wins and losses don't. What are you talking about?
Right.
And then I figured it out when she said, I'm the Divas champion. I'm like, oh, yeah, that match literally didn't mean anything to Nikki.
And then The Miz finally got someone to shut up.
I love when Miz does this. Like, a lot of people particularly don't. He's like, when my hand goes up, your mouths go shut. And I'm surprised none of them slapped him right there.
I think my favorite Miz TV moment in the past few weeks has been Cesaro and Owens.
Well, when Cesaro, now when Owens got up in the chair, stuck to him?
I didn't see that. But when he was like, shut up, let the real people who fight settle this.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah, I remember that.
This was all just a setup for Team PCP versus Team Bella.
All right, then.
This is the part of the show where I tell you it's time to go use the bathroom, I guess. This is your typical Divas match. I had such high hopes for this Revolution when it started.
Hold on, you're giving up on the Revolution?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not giving up on the Revolution based on when we got an NXT TakeOver Brooklyn the other night. And, you know, I just don't understand. Like, here's what WWE does on a weekly basis. They give us these tag team matches every week, and there's only so much you can do with a tag team match. There's only so much talent you can show in a tag team match. If you want to really individually showcase somebody, you just give us, say next week, give us 15 minutes and give us Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch just for no reason. Just give us that for no reason and have whoever you want go over. It really doesn't matter. And that'll showcase what this women's revolution really is about, because the way the WWE is going about it is all wrong. Like, whenever someone likes to do something cool, I'm not even going to say NXT in particular, somebody in general, WWE, their main roster has to take it and turn chicken salad into chicken shiitake.
You know what I just realized?
What?
All of the matches that happened in it were tag team matches.
Just about.
What?
I said just about.
Basically, what happened was the typical Paige comes in and then gets stopped by one of the Bellas just to get pinned.
Yeah, Paige has been getting pinned by Bellas for about 6 months now.
She'll win one week. She'll win 1 week. The next week she'll lose. It's back and forth. I'm over the whole. I still love Paige with everything that I owe, but.
And Becky is still alive. I mean, let me just say, she needs me. Becky Lynch needs me.
Wait till Katrina finds out.
But Katrina, oh God, no nothing.
Okay. Sure, she'll find out eventually, and then the Mortons will get
off. We don't need to go there, William. Let's move on. The Bella's going to win this match, and Charlotte's sitting outside the ring like, "What? I lost? I lost?" Because, you know, the company's going to push Charlotte as the Golden Girl, and she's going to get the championship next off of Nikki Bella.
You know what I realized?
What?
Why was she just laying on the apron?
Did she?
Like it
I can't remember. I kind of tuned out a little bit. Did she get the hot tag?
I don't remember it. She was just laying there like, I give up. I know the ending. I'm just.
She might have been sore. Like, it might have been like she might have been the one who tagged Paige in. I think she was the one who tagged Paige in. Like, normally you have to sell the offense that was given to you, so she had to like recuperate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, there's supposed to be another tag match. King Barrett and Stardust versus
Neville and someone. And this right here was basically for the WWE to do what they've needed to do for years now. Well, actually, what they didn't capitalize on last year when they should have, and I don't know if it's going to work now, but King Barrett is about to go face. Because Stardust comes out, King Barrett comes out, and Stardust just attacks him.
Is this anger from last night? Probably.
And we're probably about to get another tag team, which is just probably this is just me joking, but if WWE actually does this, it's sad because they're British. Barrett and Neville.
Oh my!
It's a joke. We'll watch it turn into something that WWE actually considers doing. Because Neville to the rescue, because he's a superhero.
Came down, attacked Neville, he attacked himself, attacked Stardust, went for the red arrow, and Stardust was like,
"Oh no!"
So that was that. Next, we get Jon Stewart's little. Listen, I didn't do it because I like Seth Rollins. I did it because I like Ric Flair.
And see, this is where I had a huge problem with this because Stewart just came out and said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like when Flair came out, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Rick." Yes, Ric Flair did appear. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I didn't know. I should have checked with you first." No, Stewart should have embraced it full on heel and said, "Oh yeah, John." What do you call it? He's like, "You know what, Rick? I don't care. Screw it. You're still the greatest champion of all time. I'm not letting anybody change it, especially not some scrub who none of these New Yorkers like." I mean, he's like, "Come on. Coming from a common New Yorker, you guys, and you know they would have cheered, have to say that you hate John Cena. Come on, say it with me. John Cena, so that if he would
came out there and was first like, I know everyone's upset, people are upset, but at the same time, they're also happy. And this just looked weird to me because last night he immediately kind of looked at Seth and was like, "Do it, finish it," and then left.
Like, I was digging this last night because I'm like, oh, cool. I hope he doesn't regret anything he says, and he comes on Raw tonight and does exactly that. WWE knows just how to ruin anything they make possibly look good, which is why I have stopped reviewing this show, and I just wanted to come on and help William tonight. And I solely just Ring of Honor, NXT. That is my gig. That is my gig. Oh, and Lucha Underground when it comes back. Ring of Honor, NXT, Lucha Underground. That is my gig. That is my gimmick. That is what I work with. I do the pay-per-views, but I'm just saying.
I'm going to do what Gordon did. I'm going to stay through it till Mania.
Now, see, I said that at Rumble time. Like I said, if anybody here watched me last year, you know that the Dark Ages are coming. It's coming to the fall and winter, and this is where WWE likes to just, not care at all until their pay-per-views hit. And best of luck to you, William. I mean, really, man, I just got to say, best of luck to you.
You noticed how Ric Flair was like, you messed up everything. Everything. Like, they planned for Johnson and actually went and changed it, halfway through.
Yeah.
And then when John Cena came out and yelled at him, he tried to, he was like, can't see me. Is it stopping him? Can you really not see me right now?
It's like you got jokes, Stuart. Cena, dude, have you noticed the last two nights? It has seemed like they really want to make Cena come off as a heel because, the crowd already hates him. So he's like, you know what, John? You can wrestle like a heel and you can act like a heel for the next two nights because you know this crowd already hates you. So you can portray what they think of you as in the first place.
Hmm.
Really, think about it. He, Seth wrestled like a purebred babyface last night.
Mm-hmm. And then, when he picked him up for the AA, Ric Flair was just kind of like, I'm not even happy about this. I'm just here. I leave in 5 minutes anyway, so can we just get this over with?
Dude.
Oh my God, you did it. Oh no. What am I supposed... Okay, I'm leaving.
Can we not, are we not just going to, really, talk about the fact that John Cena just ate a 60-some-year-old man? And he's looked at as this guy that little kids are supposed to look up to? You want little kids to go around, if an old person says something wrong to them or does something wrong to them, they hit him in the face because John Cena did to Jon Stewart?
Especially since earlier today, they before they talked about how he granted his 500th wish. And okay, that's nice until you attack this 67-year-old man.
Who just retired, and you know how old people's bones are, they're tender, and like Stewart could have, like, I'm not trying to just, like, I'm not playing around here. Like, Stewart, he may have been down to do that, like, yes, but they have to tell him, look, John, you're 60-some years old. Like, we know our boundaries and we know our limits. We're not letting you take a bump.
I kind of had to think about which John we were talking about there because I got really confused.
Stewart.
Yeah. And then he just, when he left, he was kind of like, I think I fell wrong. I broke my hip.
I don't want to laugh at that because that's so wrong, but it's kind of funny. But no.
It was kind of true.
I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm not touching that.
Oh, and before he was kind of like, yeah, I talked to you, and when I'm done, I'm going to talk to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and speaking of Rollins, we might as well mention now, the Authority basically had a statue in his honor made for him. He was ready to see it.
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, you actually had that written down?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
They did reveal it earlier in the show, though.
I know, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, they were just like, wow, it looks just like him. This is great. You're great.
I'm just glad. I'm just, like, beyond glad they did not, and I mean, like, really did not make, like, they didn't have the statue destroyed. And, like, dude, what if Seth gets to keep the, I'm just being a fanboy right now. Let's move on, William.
What if he gets to keep the statue?
Yeah.
Is he married or is he still fiancé?
Wait, hold on. He basically said he's gonna, like, he wants it at headquarters next to all the great legends.
He goes to Triple H after the show, so got that statue. Can it not go to headquarters? I want it in my headquarters, and by my headquarters, I mean my house, because
have a girl walk into his room that he brings in on his day off. Yeah, you see that? It's me.
Now you can leave. My fiance's coming home soon.
Oh, they're done, dude. They've been done.
Oh, after the dick pic thing?
Yeah. Seth's a single man.
Okay. Next is the final 8-man tag match.
Yeah, I tuned out for this entire thing. This is what I did during that match. I just listened to what the crowd did. Oh, speaking of the crowd, let me mention this too. During the Divas match, they were just completely not caring about anything the Divas had to say or do. Like, they just did not care at all.
Like me, they
were doing the wave. They were saying this is boring. I mean, like I said, WWE nothing good and turned in exactly. And then JBL uses his same old joke that he uses anytime they do the wave. And instead of aiming it at Michael Cole, he aims it at Byron Saxton for once. And he's like, you know what, Byron, they're doing a wave. Go drown in it.
Wow. And then he was like, they were like, we are awesome.
Yeah, they've done that chant. Like, they do that chant all the time. Whenever it's a crowd like this, like not after WrestleMania, they always do that crap whenever a match is them that they don't want to see. And, all they had to simply do is just, like, pull an audible on things and tell them, we're bringing out Sasha Banks. They would have brought out Sasha Banks. Everything would have been all better.
Yeah, they were chanting through the whole Biz TV thing, we want Sasha.
Dude, they were chanting for Blue Pants.
I heard Sasha.
No, I'm talking about, like, during the Divas match, they're chanting, we want Blue Pants.
I wouldn't mind some Blue Pants. Blue Pants next day.
All right, then.
This was basically side story central. Ryback, Dolph, Cesaro, Orton.
You want to know what they call this, William?
What?
This is called lazy booking because we all know that all 8 of these men are in stories with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then these are 4 separate stories. Not 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Oh wait, 1, 2.
Ryback and Big Show.
These are 4 separate stories, and WWE just decided, okay, we have done a lot of bullcrap tonight, and we realize that. So, as we're halfway through writing this show, what we're going to do here is just lazily book these men in what we call our 8-man tag, simply because we have nothing that we can think of for them. So, our escape route, which they've been doing for the last year, and William, when you get to the Dark Ages, you'll see a lot of this. This will be main eventing a lot. Every week, 6-man tag, regular tag, 8-man tag, 6-man tag, regular tag, 8-man tag. That's going to be the main event every single week until WrestleMania. I'm not kidding.
Holla,
Now,
holla, holla, player. I heard you like main events, so here's a tag match for you.
I mean, Teddy Long's tag match that he put together wasn't even bad, but the Authority is taking over Teddy Long's spot. Triple H is burying Teddy Long. That's what happened. Triple H just vents that books these shows. I'm sorry, I'm giving myself a headache. But my point was, what were we talking about here? Oh yeah, they lazily book these things, and like that's what those are, like lazy booking. Like, anytime you see multiple feuds thrown together in one tag team match, it's lazy booking. But that's straight up what that is. You can't call that anything else but lazy booking. That's all SmackDown main events are.
Yep. And this was just Ryback's team looking good the whole time. Mexican standoff, and then comes back in, and it's like, oh yeah.
Well, not really. Dolph was like all I heard all this time was like Dolph was getting like they're just tearing Dolph apart.
Yeah, well, this was at the beginning, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, Big Show, you're in charge. Now you're in charge. Big Show, get back in here." And let me just say, I'm liking Dolph's new tights.
I didn't even look at him.
Yeah, they look pretty good. And of course, we get a submission to Dolph from whoever, I don't remember at this point, and then of course Rusev throws Dolph to like the apron, Summer hits him, and Lana attacks Summer.
That's where I got done looking at this. I don't know if it's one of my fans who sent me this, but if it was, thank you very much. But I looked on Twitter during this match, and someone sent me a shirt with my name on it and says, "This is made especially for you." There are shirts and hoodies with your name and say, "It's a Gordon thing. You don't understand."
Wow.
I looked at it, I'm like, whoa, dude. But, like, my thing is, like, here, I did not pay attention to this match at all. I turned around, and Sheamus got knocked out, punched by Big Show.
Yep, Randy Orton came in, tried to go for his little DDT thing, got it. Went to go RKO. Sheamus dropkick Big Show. Big Show kind of.
Wait, Sheamus threw a dropkick?
No, Randy dropkicked Big Show. I'm sorry. Then he went to go RKO Sheamus, who pushed him into Big Show. Went for a choke slam. Owens came in with the roll up. Wait, no. Sheamus came in to try to do something. Moved out of the way. Punch, RKO, and Big Show just sat there, kind of just like,
I don't care.
And this is where things go down. Okay, cool. So then we get this little thing at the end. Oh, why didn't you do anything? Last man knocked the shit off. Pushes Owens, pushes Rusev. Owens tries to get up, tries for a choke slam, super kick. Puts him in the corner. Cannonball leaves, and then the Vultures come out to play. And they just destroy Big Show, and that was the match.
Lazy booking. That is like, see, the reason I stopped reviewing Raw is like because of things like this. Like when you give me matches on Raw that have absolutely zero meaning and no point whatsoever, that is where you lose me. That is where I tune out. That is where that's like a big lull in the show.
And now I have a headache just trying to recap that match.
Oh, by the way, William,
yes.
No Enzo.
Well, it kind of makes sense. Because having them come back when the Dudleys come back...
I know, I'm pretty sure if the Dudleys, when they came back, they would have thrown Enzo out there.
Yeah, but if they were to come back, if they were to come today after the Dudleys, it'd just be like, okay, Superstars with the Ascension, go deal with that show. That dumbass show that no one cares about.
They probably threw them on Superstars. I'm just betting. They probably, like, Superstars comes on right before Raw, and they probably threw them right on Superstars.
We get the this Bray thing where he talks about, what was his name again?
Strowman. I forgot his name.
Braun Strowman or something?
Braun Strowman, yes, Braun Strowman.
He was just kind of like, oh, well, cherish your moment because it's over. This is Braun Strowman, Abigail's Black Sheep. And I read kind of like a suggestion they should do, and I'm kind of probably not going to get done, but I'd feel it. Bray should just kidnap a diva and brainwash her.
Paige.
I like you're not. I took that
I've had
as
this
a
idea
joke.
for a very long time.
Yeah, I took that as a joke, but then I realized that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
To brainwash her and be like, this is the reincarnation of
Abigail. Yes, I've had this idea for a very long time.
Did you know that Bray set up a eHarmony account?
A what?
An eHarmony account.
I don't really remember what eHarmony's for. I see the commercials all the time, but I just tune out.
It's for dating.
Oh my lord.
And he's been talking to someone called Abigail. It may be a joke, but
I'm gonna say this. That Sister Abigail thing, I've listened to Bray Wyatt before, like, that's 100% legit. His sister legit did die. Like, that's not gimmick, that's not anything. That's 100% legit. Like, Bray Wyatt's character is like Paul Heyman's character. Wyatt just speaks for himself, and, like, no one controls that gimmick but him.
Yeah, just like when they do the what chants at Wyatt, he'll ignore them completely and just continue talking. Whereas we get Big Show, who's like, oh yeah? You want me retired? Well, fuck you.
Stewart he went along with the father wish. He's like, John Cena, what? Last night, what? At SummerSlam, what? I'm gonna silence my phone. But you know what I mean.
Now this is the how'd you put it earlier?
What?
Someone came back, I guess, for legitimizing. Oh yeah, Cena was thrown out. Just putting that out there, not important.
Oh yeah. And I guess, like, with this segment here, which I'm glad I can just say this now, like, when they did this whole thing, before this, if anybody didn't know, today is Vince McMahon's birthday. And let me make a little note here before anything happens here. On commentary, when Stewart got AA'd, they were making jokes like we all know Stewart's 67, like, oh, Stewart's a 7-year-old old coot. And I can tell just by those words, that was Vince in JBL's ear. Like, Vince McMahon, like, you know, you guys know, like, how they have the headsets on, and the guys, the executives, like Vince, Triple H, Kevin Dunn, Michael Hayes can all speak through the commentators' ears and tell them to say something that they wanted to say. That was all Vince in JBL's ear. And they're like, oh, what, you're acting like you're some 7-year-old old coot. And that was him making ribs on Vince.
Complete, probably, like, play it back. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Okay, yeah, you really want me to say it? Yeah. He's 70.
And then at the beginning of this segment, which is Seth Rollins' honorary statue, this was Rollins basically, what's the best way to put this? Like, the Authority, they basically said happy birthday to Vince, and then Triple H, like, well, Stephanie's like, you know what, I know I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for this. And then after they sung him happy birthday, and the fans started chanting, we want Vince, which is a surprise because the internet
was like, Seth was like, Stephanie was like, happy birthday.
And I like how JBL wanted to kiss up to Vince. And, like, when Saxton and Cole said Vince, JBL was like, happy birthday, Mr. McMahon.
Now that that's over, they're like, yeah, Seth has more hustle, loyalty, and respect than Cena does.
Rubbing salt in the wounds.
And then he came out and was like, this is better than being in the Hall of Fame. I am now immortal.
He basically said he's in Mount Rushmore, and that was a line they've been using all night, which I'm pretty sure they fed to him, because they were saying it all night on commentary. Commentary was getting that line fed to them by whoever through the headset. And Seth had just come up to somehow just say, I'm now immortalized in Mount Rushmore. I am the final piece to Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore?
Rushmore, you know what I mean. Shut up.
He was like, I'm immortal. And after I will main event so many WrestleManias that when I die, that statue will live on forever.
And he basically said, I'll be immortalized at the greats in Yankee Stadium, Monument Park, when to mention Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and etc. And then he also went on to mention from there, he's like, it's not the hero who's remembered. He said, legends are remembered more often than heroes. Heroes live on. He's like, legends live on. Heroes fade away.
Heroes never die.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of like, I said terrible things about John Cena, but they're true. Because to be the man, you have to beat the man. And I did that. Start laughing. Laugh like Rollins, son of a bitch.
That's the cackle.
Why did I torture myself like this? And then they were like, well, are you ready? Wait, let me say it like DX.
Are you ready?
They raised the curtain, and
up comes Sting with half a painted face.
I didn't think, honestly, I knew he was, I heard he was coming tonight.
But you just forgot.
I didn't think he was going to be under there.
No one did. That shocked me for 1 second, and then I just didn't care.
I thought Cena was going to be under there.
I honestly thought it was going to be the statue. I don't know what I was thinking.
Sting attacked Seth, and I text my very best friend. Shout out to Jalen. She didn't answer me, though. I just put, but why? And then he grabbed the title and was just kind of like...
I have an idea. This could be Sting versus... Like, they could do like the Jay Lethal thing, where he defends both titles in one night. It could be like Rollins versus Cena for the U.S. Championship, and Sting versus Rollins for the World Championship.
But then who's the Mark Briscoe when he...
you mean Jay Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe when he, the week after, when they did the television title defense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that now. You said, who's going to be Mark Briscoe?
Yeah.
In this case, it's going to be Cena.
I guess. And then he somehow wins it, and then they go on, and it's kind of like, oh, 60-minute time limit that we never do. Oh my god, the time limit's up. No one won.
I don't think Sting can go 60 minutes. I really don't. He might die. But let's remember the man is 56 years old.
He's going to be like, Stinger attack. Oh my god. Oh my back. Oh, I think I'm dead.
They're going to learn to stop putting these old dudes in the ring. They really are.
Yeah. They're gonna die so hard on stage.
That's such a mean thing to say, but it's so true.
Especially what I did today when you came over.
Fucker tried to kill me.
Not that. Where am I? Zipline, and I'm dead.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
So that was Raw for tonight.
Yep.
I don't want to see that face anymore.
Yep.
I'm still looking at it. Was it worth it? They had some good moments, yes, but
Let me put it like this: the beginning of the show to the middle, the beginning of the show was hot. The middle of the show was average. The end of the show was just bad.
It was lukewarm. It was lukewarm trash. Not even good enough to be hot trash. Like, this is gonna sound completely like messed up, but Hitler was turning in his grave.
Benoit turned in his grave. Yeah.
Eddie turned in his grave.
Corey turned in his grave. No, let me stop.
Corey's not even dead.
It was a play on words.
Okay. Undertaker turned in his pre-made grave.
The one he's gonna die in the ring from?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna be like, casket match.
Oh god, I'm really not breathing in this casket. Open the casket back up, he's dead. Well, we already have him in here. Let's just keep him.
Yep, and yeah, so
You gonna shout your stuff out, William?
shout out to Oodles and the Triforce of Awesome. Follow me on Twitter.
Twitter handle?
At WKosnick69. That's a WKOSCHNICK69. Tomorrow, I'm really hoping we start shooting the shape. You can say what you told me about that.
Wait. What'd you say?
I said tomorrow we're gonna probably start shooting the shit. Me and Oodles and Necro.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, because his like, is that what your thing's called? Shoot the shit. That's what your thing is called.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, like if anybody who's like a really long time wrestling fan who knows what Paul Heyman started with the whole shoot the shit thing, like I'm like, did this dude just rip Paul Heyman intentionally because he doesn't like him?
No, it was complete accident. It was spinning the shit. That's what it's called.
Oh, and you know how like it's like what the NXT women accidentally did to the Four Horsewomen of UFC. They named themselves the Four Horsewomen when the UFC women already had themselves named that, and they're like, I remember Shayna Baszler was really, really mad about that.
Is Ronda Rousey in the Four Horsewomen of UFC?
Yes, she is. She is I think she's the founder of the Four Horsewomen.
Can she just be all four women? That sounded really sexist, and I'm sorry that came out of my mouth.
Yeah. Well, can I shout my stuff out now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Watch a pro do this for you. All right, remember to let me help you out here too. Like, comment, subscribe to William's channel. Follow me on Twitter at gmaster90twf for more of that wrestling goodness that you can get from me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more of that reviewing goodness on my channel, where I'll have my NXT review and ROH review on Wednesday. And also remember to there is this wrestling group on Facebook. It is called Pweetoff. That is just a short version of that, and you can find it by searching in your Facebook search bar. Pro Wrestling is taking over Facebook. You can find me in that group and lots of others if you want to talk wrestling with in a community. So thank you very much, William, for this time, and I thank everybody for watching.
Have a good night.
See ya!
Easy E, Yo, code name April.